Leftovers at Midnight, episode 35. We have an intro now.
We finally have an
We do.
intro.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Now it'll be another 35 episodes before we get an outro.
Right. All credit goes to Tommy for doing that.
That was fun. I got home from work today and I had like the idea, I'd had the drawings done, and I just had to like figure out how to put it together on my iPad because I don't have anything to edit videos on my actual PC right now.
Mhm.
But I would have, except that I completely factory reset my PC this week. So I haven't re-downloaded everything just yet.
Oh yeah,
Well-
and because there's no music in it for you audio listeners, it's not broken. That wasn't your radio screwing up.
No, it was
That was
100%
just
your
us.
radio screw.
Oh man, dang it.
Before
I still
we-
kind of want to do like a Cheeseburgers in Paradise like parody.
The fuck is that?
Leftovers at midnight.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of
Oh,
food,
that's
what'd you have
great.
for dinner, Alex?
I made myself some lemon pepper salmon and asparagus.
This
Sounds
motherfucker.
delicious.
Wasn't it just
Did I
chicken
send you
nuggets
guys a
last
picture?
week?
Depends on the day if I feel like cooking or not.
Soon you'll have like a bag of Sour Patch Kids and a Reese's cup for dinner.
Soon. That
Eating
sounds
healthy.
like last night.
There have been days where I have like inadvertently by accident just eaten like a Reese's cup or a pack of Reese's cups, and that was it.
I don't have
Because I'll do that
problem.
when I go pick up gas. Like I'll go inside, and as soon as I'm in the store, like I can't not get candy. It's a problem. I'll get whatever I'm drinking and then a Reese's cup package, and then it'll be like 10:30, and I'll be like, I think the only thing I ate today was that Reese's cup.
That's the ADHD life, though, isn't it?
That Adderall brain.
No, I eat 2 dinners and 1 lunch, so I'm thrilled. I have a good night every night when it comes to food. Because my fat ass is always hungry.
I feel like you've been
I-
eating better ever since you've started hanging out with the person you hang out with.
Yes, this is true.
I
This
feel like
is
you've
very
definitely
true.
been way more into the dinners that you've been making.
Yeah, because I have like a space to cook now because my stove doesn't work. And I can't always use the other stove in my house because it's always occupied. So it's like I have more freedom to cook. Like tomorrow night, I'm making like potatoes and carrots and shit for dinner. Like
Potatoes and carrots. Oh
and then
yeah.
probably like
Oh yeah.
something else. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna make something that's gonna taste fucking delicious because I know how to cook. And I never get to flex that.
Hopefully this week and from now on my audio sounds like actually good. I found out this whole time that I have been using like a supremely outdated driver for my interface. Like the interface driver that I was using was just the one that installs automatically when you plug it in, and this interface is like 5 or 6 years old.
Holy
And
shit.
yeah, and so when I completely like rebooted my computer, it deleted that driver. So I went to the website to download the driver software, and there's an entire software suite dedicated to PreSonus audio, the universal control.
Mhm.
And now like I have had no issues routing audio since I reset my computer. So that's point 1 for me for thinking to reset it, because so far so good.
Good
Yeah,
shit, Tommy. Good shit.
finally. after
Someday
how
I'll
many
have my shit
episodes?
together, you guys.
No, you never will. We'll be on episode like 420, and you'll just be like, "So I got another microphone."
Well, I mean, that's just how that's just
the
a
last
gearhead
12
thing.
microphones and 7 interfaces I've had just didn't cut it for me.
You see, the last 12 microphones were catching my voice, but now I've had surgery to implant someone else's voice into my body, and that's going to be what makes my audio sound good. That's what it is.
Or is it Morgan Freeman's voice?
Morgan
Yes,
Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman was born in 1937. He narrated his own birth.
That's one hell of like a puberty to hit, you know?
Could you imagine like, hi, I'm Morgan Freeman.
Right?
Can you imagine Morgan Freeman squeaking when his voice was cracking?
No, it probably sounded like
What's-
my voice when he was a toddler. Like this was his kid voice. And then he hit puberty.
His kid voice was just
Morgan.
Jason Statham. Changed completely.
What is he, British? Is Jason Statham British, or does he just play
I
a
think
British
he's
person?
Australian. I thought he was Australian. No, I do that every time I think about Jason Statham. I think he's Australian, and then I remember I'm thinking of Hugh Jackman.
It's like
How
getting
often are
Jimmy
you
Kimmel and
thinking?
Jimmy Fallon confused.
I don't like Jason Statham. I don't like him in movies usually. Like whenever I see him, I'm like, oh, there he is. Fucking Jason Statham. There's a shark. Jason Statham's here. Great.
You know what actor I fucking hate is Nicolas Cage.
How dare you?
He's a bad
He's
actor.
he's
annoying.
one of those. He has a really like interesting career because there was a certain point where everyone hated him so much that he was just taking any work he could find. So it like perpetuated how much he hated, or he was hated in society, because he kept making these horrible movies and taking whatever the fuck he could get. And then like because they were horrible, everybody's like, wow, this is really awful. Just
I mean,
perpetually.
he's kind of going through a renaissance right now, though, to be fair.
You think so?
He's doing some fantastic and indie movies. Like he did Willy's Wonderland, which is basically Five Nights at Freddy's the movie.
Really?
He has 0 lines in the movie. He literally says no words the whole movie, and it's amazing. He's
All
just
right. I
a
mean, that
badass.
seems like maybe the way to go for him is to just to be the strong, silent type, the stoic effigy that is Nicolas Cage. You gotta
It's
love
great. Or I don't know if you heard of the movie Mandy,
it. Mm-mm.
I've heard
but
of
that
it.
movie was an absolute like psychedelic mind fuck with Nicolas Cage.
Psychedelic mindfuck sounds like Nicolas Cage's podcast. Hey, welcome back to Psychedelic Mindfuck with I'm your host Nicolas Cage.
The National Treasures. That's his band.
Nicky Cage and the National Treasures.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. Get it out of here.
Title track, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Ugh.
Just for the map on the back. Just for the map.
What if he just like pulled out the Declaration of Independence and written in lemon juice and like the invisible ink? It was just like one of those shitty drawings of a dick.
Or like one of
It's
those
dick
hand
butt.
turkeys kids make.
No, it's the Stussy S. The three
Oh, the three lines. But like, oh, fuck, what was like back in the day? What was some shit that like was super popular that people drew all the time? There was the S, and there's something I'm missing. My fucking camera.
Oh man, I feel like I'm missing it too. I know what you're talking about. We've lost Robbie. Robbie's off the
he
podcast.
died. Bye, Robbie.
Bye, Robbie. But now it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely missing it too. Like I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I gotta look this up.
Robbie turned his camera. He's like sitting in chat trying to tell me I'm here, and he turned his camera off and his microphone's off. Oh, his camera died.
Oh, rip.
Oh, A+ preparedness for podcasting. This is how you do it. This is what the professionals do. Oh, he said not the battery. Trouble in paradise. No. Robbie's having some. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's back.
I didn't like remove you permanently. I was just like moving your EOS camera utility thing off the screen.
I need to buy a new camera apparently because this shit's bad. So many fucking problems. Anyway, continue with what you were saying.
Well, damn, that's good to know because I was planning on getting one of those.
Yeah, well, you should buy a Sony instead. I'll tell you that much.
But yeah, no, I definitely feel like like there is one thing that people constantly used to draw, and like I can't remember what it was.
I know what you're talking about too. Are we getting Mandela affected right now?
No, maybe, I don't know, but I know there was the S, and then there had to have been something else.
Let's see. I'm looking. I just googled 90s popular doodles. stuff people always used to draw?
Oh, there was like drawing stuff out of words too. Like you would
Oh
like write
yeah.
out the word dog and draw like
Oh, dude, the fucking like interweaved hearts that girls would draw. Like there was a heart, and then that would be a heart underneath.
oh
It's-
yeah, or like making 3-dimensional drawings like the square and the square in the bottom right, and you connect the lines and shit.
yeah, making
Yeah.
cubes. Who didn't make a
Oh,
shitload
yeah.
of cubes?
Oh, what was
I think
that?
we
that
all
called?
did.
The fucking like was it a cootie catcher? That thing?
Oh
No.
yeah, or
Oh, the fortune teller
the
thing,
mash,
Yeah.
or you play like
Holy
mash
crap.
with it or whatever.
And the
Or...
fucking poppers you can make out of a piece of paper.
Dude, I
Bitch.
remember like when I was in elementary school, they banned those motherfuckers
Yeah,
because
they did in my
we
school.
had some fucking sonic engineers. Like I don't know how, and I remember like pretty recently, within the last year or so, I remembered that those existed, and made one, and like my ears were ringing about how because it was so loud. And we used to fuck with people. We would go right up next to people and just wah!
Yeah.
And like pop it right up next to their head. That's dangerous. I remember if you got caught with a Tweety, you'd get expelled immediately.
What was it? That was the
It was just a folded up piece of
piece
paper.
of paper that was like a V.
And you
had-
shoot
yeah,
it
and
with
you
the
shoot
rubber
it on a
band.
I remember one kid got hit in the eyeball so bad he had to go to the hospital. It broke a
What the
blood vessel in his
fuck?
eyeball.
Jeez.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
so like Tweeties were like 100% banned and like an expellable offense to even have one on you.
Holy shit.
Good
Well,
Lord.
that's not good. That's
My microphone's been like slowly drifting downwards since the episode started.
you gotta get a new boom arm.
The boom arm I think is okay. It's just that because of where I have it set,
Yeah.
the T is like all the way over here, so it's literally just like a perfect right angle from the ground.
Mine's
Okay,
rolling in my
boom
desk.
arm.
Dang old my microphone all up on a dang old microphone stand up get on dang old podcast
No.
click in dang old naked lady boom 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 bang.
Goddamn.
Okay, Boomhauer.
Goddamn Alex doesn't have a 3090. Goddamn.
Oh, good.
This is our new podcast, imitating King of the Hill characters.
You're goddamn right, Bobby.
Dang
Dude,
it, Bobby.
is it just me or does Luann have the same voice as old Greg?
Luann? I have no clue.
I don't know. No, I don't think Luann has the same voice.
Hey, Peg. No,
I
it's like
don't-
if old Greg was a woman, it would be Luann.
You ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
Y'all
Do
ever
you-
drink babies out of a shoe?
Do you remember Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
God, dude.
Or like
T-
Salad
time is a
Fingers?
thing you hang on the
Trauma.
wall.
This is like a whole throwback episode. I fucking love it.
Trauma.
Uh,
Trauma.
Yo, hold on. You guys, ooh, I just got a good idea. We can do a Halloween episode.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Can we
'cause-
dress up?
Yeah, it'll be the 27th of October whenever we record. And
Oh, special edition Halloween episode. I feel like we gotta have a cool guest for the Halloween
We
episode.
do.
Maybe we should hit up somebody like that does like
Special
esthetician
effects.
work, like SFX makeup to
Yes.
show up in like just like a destroyed face.
oh,
Will we
we
get
should get
will we
Rob
get flagged
Zombie.
for that?
Rob
For having
Zombie.
like gore on the show?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think so.
We'll upload it to Gore Hub or something. I don't know.
I definitely know some people I could get in touch with about doing special effects makeup for an episode and like even talking about it.
We should all
My
have
friend Emma does it. I'll ask her
special
about it.
effects makeup done to us, then do a live episode on Halloween because we always talk about it and never do it.
Yeah, well, I don't leave home.
Ooh. You guys know that podcast called Podcast Outside?
Yeah,
We could do that while giving out candy.
No.
I feel like filming children on Halloween.
Yeah, that's probably
is not a
bad
good idea.
You know what that sounds?
Alex-
That's some Logan Paul shit right there.
Hey, hold on now. Logan Paul is redeeming himself slowly but surely.
No,
That
sorry.
is some Jake Paul shit. He'll like threaten the kid and like challenge him to a boxing match because Jake Paul doesn't fight actual boxers. He fights retired MMA fighters or YouTubers. So yeah. he'll fucking box a little child.
So, all right, here's a fun thing we could talk about. What
it fun?
old YouTube personalities would you love to see just duke it out?
Shay Carl and Philip DeFranco.
Oh man. I was gonna say I think it would be really funny to see Ryan Higa
Oh my god.
versus Shane Dawson.
Or Kev Jumba. Oh my god, dude. I was watching YouTube back in like 2006, 2007, so I know like a lot of the OG YouTubers.
Right, versus Link.
Ryan Higa versus Ray William Johnson.
Ray William Johnson
Oh my
has a special
God.
place in my heart.
No, not anymore, man.
No, I'll show you guys why later.
I understand why you would say that, but Ray William Johnson just ground himself into the earth. Like he took his short, tiny little body and just dug himself into the most irrelevant hole you could imagine. And like he just kept doing the same thing. Like his format did not change for so long until it got to the point where no one was watching his videos anymore. And then everything he put out was just like some like B grade version of a BuzzFeed video. Like
the thing is, you don't understand why there's a special place in my heart, and I'll tell you guys after this, so that specific video doesn't get flooded with things. But yeah, it doesn't
good. Get flooded with things from all of our many adoring fans, right?
Well, I'll tell you guys after. I'll tell you.
Okay, all right.
Robbie
being secretive out here.
Yeah, I don't want there to be a time where this podcast gets popular and people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this video and blah 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 blah." They were talking blah blah. You know what I mean? We'll keep it on the down low. It'll make sense after. It'll make a lot of sense after.
All right. I trust you.
Okay.
Kind of.
You better not trust me at all. Actually,
I have no trust in any of you guys.
Shane Dawson versus fuck. What was there? What was
Boxy versus Mitchell Davis?
Mitchell Davis, yes.
My personality was developed based on Mitchell Davis. I don't know if you guys remember, but he did a video about
Live Lava Live, bro.
Yeah, dude. I might still have it somewhere. I had like some of his merch from back then, but he did a video about Usher cologne. And because of that video, my mom has bought me a bottle of Usher cologne like almost every year for Christmas. Have you smelled it? Smells amazing. It smells amazing. It's great cologne.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mitchell Davis was a vibe. He still makes videos, I think.
Yeah. You guys remember? Keep going. I'm thinking.
He was making videos for a long time. He was doing cinematography, and then he came out, which like that was one of the craziest like coming out stories that I think that I can remember, just because like I had seen every single Mitchell Davis video, like every single one. I remember looking for Alaska. I remember the fucking how ridiculously obsessed with Alex Pardee he was, which I mean, Alex Pardee is an incredible artist, but like I have from like middle school art class pictures that I drew that looked like Mitchell Davis's pictures that he drew that looked like Alex Pardee's pictures.
Des and Nate going at it.
Oh man,
you remember those two, Des and Nate?
We did just skip over Boxy entirely. Also,
Boxy is
everyone's first seen internet girlfriend.
Boxy doesn't want to be an internet person anymore. We will respect that.
That's fair. I mean, like if I was Boxy, I probably wouldn't want to be either, because she like people said some horrifying things to her.
The original troll.
Well, that's what happens when you become the queen of 4chan.
This is true.
I guess, but I mean, that doesn't mean she was like, well, no, I guess it's not like she wasn't asking for it, but like she ended up being the queen of 4chan. Yeah. Which,
yeah. I mean, it wasn't her fault.
4chan, if you could erase one thing from the internet entirely, what would it be?
4chan.
Like as an entity, right? Like the entire, because it has done far more harm than good.
Ooh, Fred versus I lost
Miranda
the fucking
Sings.
name. I just saw something about Miranda Sings, but no. Fred versus who was the dude? The guy from Will It Blend.
Oh,
I forget his name.
He'll stick Fred's head in the
what about like
blender.
a
Will it
classic?
blend?
What about a classic like Rhett
Don't
versus
breathe that
Link?
smoke.
Rhett versus I want to get Rhett or
That's
Link
what
on the
I said
podcast.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, Rhett versus Link would be good. They couldn't fight each other.
No, they would just hug.
They
it
would
out.
just laugh.
Yeah.
Link would just go to slap at him, and they laugh.
Have you ever listened to their Ear Biscuits podcast?
No.
I've listened to a little bit of it, and they curse. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, he just said fuck. What? He just said shit. What? Oh, hold on now. What? Good mythical morning, my fucking ass.
Good motherfucking morning.
Good motherfucking morning, bitch.
Oh man, you remember the custom Good Mythical Morning shoes that they had?
No, I was never that deep into that show. I
Oh
watched their
no, they did
skits,
a whole
never
I think it
watched
was
Good
an
Mythical
Adidas
Morning.
collab. Hold on, Good Mythical Morning. If you're on audio, go ahead and Google Good Mythical Morning on your drive to work.
Yeah, while you're driving too. Oh my god. I would. You know what? Yeah.
What, Robbie?
Yeah. I Shane Dawson versus whoever the fuck you said. What was it? Mitchell Davis?
No, Shane Dawson versus
Ryan Higa.
Yeah, no. Ryan Higa versus Ray William Johnson.
Oh,
Shane Dawson versus Mitchell Davis. I think Mitchell
that
Davis
would be
wins that
funny.
fight.
Mitchell Davis wins that fight because Shane Dawson would probably say something offensive.
Ooh.
And make some kind of shitty joke again.
Oh man, I remember at the time when Shane Dawson did that collaboration with Jeffree Star, who is also somebody that I don't like. And they had that palette come out, the conspiracy palette. I waited online for a solid 2 hours. I was at work. I was the manager of a store and I was at work waiting on this thing to drop so that I could refresh the page. And I sat there for 2 hours, in queue to order that palette for my girlfriend at the time. And, the palette came in. I think she used it maybe 3 or 4 times that I can recall. And then all of the shit came out and everybody was like, yeah, Shane Dawson's not a good person, which I don't know anything about that situation. I don't even remember exactly what it was that the controversy was specifically about. But
we don't have to get into it.
No. I'm not that's what I'm saying. I'm I don't know enough about it to sit here and talk shit with confidence.
What about James Charles versus Jeffree Star?
Oof.
Yeah.
That's I don't know.
I think Jeffree Star wins that fight, to be honest.
Jeffree Star will whoop his ass.
What about new YouTubers? What about new YouTubers now? I want to see Brad Mondo. I want to see Brad Mondo fight someone.
Corpse isn't even new though. He's just blown up recently. See, dude, all the new YouTubers, all they do is play Minecraft or Among Us or Fortnite.
Dude, so I saw some of the best art content recently. So you guys, we've played Gartic Phone before. If you guys, listeners or viewers are not familiar with the game Gartic Phone, it's a free online game where basically it's like telephone. So you know how you'd say a sentence in somebody's ear and then you'd have to repeat that to the next person. Gartic Phone works on the same premise, except everyone types in a sentence and then everyone has to draw the sentence, or everyone has to draw somebody else's sentence in a photo to describe it. And then the next round, you have to describe that photo so that the next person can draw it. But there's a mode in that game where instead of doing it that way, everybody draws a different panel of an animation. And I watched this stream of professional animators who played Gartic Phone and animated each other's drawings. And it was absolutely A+ brilliant content. It was so funny. It was so funny. And that would be, I think that playing that, we'd have to get a big group of people to do it, but playing that would be a cool, special edition episode to record Gartic Phone.
Oh yeah, Patreon exclusive. Whenever we eventually get that
we get
set
Patreon.
Nah, dude, it's that OnlyFans exclusive. What up? Got a blast, boy. I have rewatched that little bit from our episode last time probably 4 or 5 times now. I think it's fucking hilarious.
It was bad,
That
man.
will go down as my favorite thing I've ever
Oh
filmed.
man, it was. I mean, it was content for sure, but no, I sent that clip to so many people. Like, you guys want to see me quit the podcast?
And then since we didn't put out an episode last week, I bet some people believed it.
Yeah, Tommy quit, so we decided to stop doing it. We really got to make sure that we really are on point for April Fools this year. Like, this past April Fools, we didn't. Was I even on the show yet?
No,
I couldn't have been. We got to make sure that next year for April Fools, we are on top of it.
I have an idea, and we'll talk about it after.
Yeah, yes, you, the viewer, the listener, you don't get to know.
You don't get to know jack shit.
Or
Oh
do
man.
Do.
So how's you guys' week been? Like, we missed that part of the episode where we, like, know, check in with each other. Like, how's your mental health?
Stressful, but I have 2 people that might want to come on as a guest, which will be pretty cool. One of them is a DJ of sorts, and the other one is a retired Twitch streamer, I guess.
Okay,
so that's fun.
I spoke with beloved friend of the show and former guest Evan Draper, who is now streaming on Twitch and doing very well for as new as he is at it. He reached affiliate in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And yeah, he's so much fun to watch play video games, and he said that he's willing to come back on. So we'll see when we can get him back in to hang out and talk some shit about something other than the last time we talked to him about some shit.
Yeah, I'm sure he's done a lot of shit since then.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've taken a lot of shits since then.
No, not gonna say it.
Did it taste like chocolate?
I gotta tell you, I wouldn't know.
Call back.
I'm glad Alex got it.
No, I got it. I know what you're talking about. That's the episode. That's like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie of our podcast. Is that episode?
What movie? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, it would be amazing if they had ever made an Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. It's a real shame.
10 out of 10.
It's a real shame that they never did that.
The Earth King invites you to Lake Laogai.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se. New podcast idea. We just reference Avatar: The Last Airbender for an hour at a time.
I'm sure we'll get thousands of clicks.
Oh,
we'll have probably a shit watch time, but people will click on the episode. Watch time 34 seconds. Why? They said there is no war in Ba Sing Se 7 times.
Yep.
Avatar.
It's not even a conversation. Podcast. It's just us going back and forth quoting it randomly. Like, oh, my cabbages.
There's no
secret tunnel.
It's the quenchiest. Nope, we lost Robbie's camera again.
We lost Robbie.
Going. I'm gonna fuck with it.
The fucking invisible man over here.
He's frozen in time.
So what about you, Alex? How's your week?
Pretty good.
There he is.
Super eventful or crazy, but nothing bad either.
I heard recently that you came into several new pets.
I did. I got 2 rats. They're okay.
They're okay. They're alive.
They're good. One is an escape artist, though.
That's so crazy to me. Did I tell the story of Mr. Jingles on the podcast? Because that's like premium quality content, in my opinion.
I believe you have.
I feel like I have. If you've watched every episode, which if you have, kudos to you, because I haven't even watched every episode. But if you've watched every episode and you can confirm or deny whether or not I've told the story of Mr. Jingles, the rat back from the dead, let me know in the comments and say, fuck Tommy. But But yeah, thinking that Princess was going to be the one that tries to escape, would not have called that. I'm glad that, I mean, that's a little selfish to say, but I'm glad that didn't happen like here, because we never would have found her.
Yeah,
we
that's fair.
never would have found her. My house is filled to the brim with furniture all over the place, and she would have gotten into a drawer or something and stayed there for the rest of her days.
Yeah, she keeps going in the couch here. That's
You
her
got like
hiding
something
spot.
in the couch?
No, I
Maybe
think
she knows something you don't.
I don't know. But I got her out earlier today by flipping the couch up on its front
Okay.
and then grabbing her. She was so it's a recliner couch. So
Oh
she was in
no.
this space between the cushion and the bottom.
Okay.
So I lifted the couch up
Where
on
all
its
the
front.
mechanisms are.
Yeah.
Did you know that reclining chairs are the #1 cause of accidental ferret death?
That wouldn't surprise me.
No, and I don't think anybody else knew that besides you.
I don't remember why I know that. Like, I don't remember where that came up in my life, but it's something that just kind of jammed its way into my brain and has never left. But yeah, like that's a pretty graphic image that I'm sorry that I forced onto you.
Yeah. Rainbows and kittens. There you go. Your mind is bleached. Why would you do
Is it?
this, Tommy?
I
don't know.
I couldn't tell you. Well,
Anyways,
my week was relatively average for the most part. I did some art this week. I did some laundry this week. I got my computer all situated and working. I've switched from the devil that is FL Studio as a software for recording audio to Reaper, because I'm a big boy now, and I should be using software that I didn't download illegitimately.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. That's what I'm
In
saying. I should be
Mexico.
using software that I didn't download illegitimately. So,
Allegedly.
yeah, and I've been having fewer issues than I expected with it. The workflow is really cool. So if you are looking to download some free, well, Reaper is not free, but you can try it forever.
It's like
So,
WinRAR.
yeah. You guys remember Winamp?
Yeah.
The like the replacement back before there was anything besides Windows Media Player. Like Winamp came out and it was like, yo, what do you mean we can go full screen?
You kidding me? I still use that shit today. It's got milk drop.
I don't know what that means.
Visuals and shit.
QuickTime.
QuickTime?
Yeah, is that what it's called?
QuickTime's
No.
the Apple.
Yeah, that's
media.
what I
Yeah.
meant to say. QuickTime.
That's what you use on a regular basis to watch videos on your computer.
Yeah.
On your
Does
Windows computer.
QuickTime even still exist?
Yeah,
It still exists on Mac, yeah.
It works on PC.
For real? I thought that it used an entirely different format. I can't tell if he's trolling me right now. He's looking
No, you
like
can get
super
iTunes
serious.
on PC and everything.
I knew you can get
Is
iTunes
this-
on PC, but I didn't
Yeah.
know you could run QuickTime on PC.
When you download, at least when I would download iTunes, it gave me the option to download QuickTime as well.
Is this some sort of segue into one of your talking points, Ravi?
No, I just wanted to talk about the iPhone event, but I kind of don't want to anymore. I'm having fun talking about everything else besides that monstrosity.
The iPhone event, that we can condense it to say that the iPhone
It
event
sucked.
was not groundbreaking.
Sucked. The
If
best
you're a-
thing about
if
the new
you're-
iPhone is that
like-
the notch is smaller.
The thing is, like, they're getting to a point with iPhones where they're upgrading the camera so much that the average person doesn't need that capability, and the person who would need that capability just has a fucking camera.
Yeah.
Like if you need all of that extra feature functionality, then most people would just buy a camera. You know?
Yeah. It's I'm guessing they introduced some new feature that Android's had for 3 years.
Well, yeah, but now it
No.
works.
Nothing was new. I don't think anything was new about that phone. Well, there was something new that it was like, holy fuck, about time. I don't know what it was because it's not important.
I didn't watch the event. I listened to you react to the event.
Yeah.
They got new iPad minis for $300.
which is a plus. It's a little bit cheaper now.
They got new iPad Pros with M1 chips in them that will not run Macintosh applications, even though it's the exact same processor that comes in their MacBook Pros. They won't allow you to use Logic Pro X or Final Cut Pro on your iPad, which is
they want you to
dumb.
play something else.
It's dumb.
Also,
Apple, it's dumb. You're dumb.
Can't run Windows for ARM-based devices on the M1 chips. That was something Microsoft was like, nope.
I mean, that M1 chip is no joke. Like,
No,
I know it's actually pretty cool.
But they announced that at the
that.
last event. So, like, they're kind of riding on that still. Is there more to the events? Like, are there more Apple events coming up this season?
I don't think so. There was a big rumor that the new iPhone had the diagonal cameras, and then it did. It does, the new one. But there was also a rumor that, I'm trying to cut my texts, that the notch was removed, but instead they moved the camera to this side and shrunk it a little bit.
You know, it's really interesting just now that I just noticed is that when you put your phone up to your camera, you can see the IR sensor in the camera.
Yep.
I remember doing that with like my old camera phones where I would point the remote at the camera and turn it on. Pretty interesting.
You can see yourself.
There's that lack of just the paper cut, the paper punch.
There you are. This is fucking annoying.
That notch was a really stupid design idea that literally everybody hated.
Yeah, but you get
apps still haven't. Well, yeah, you get more screen, but apps still haven't integrated with it. It's been like 3 years that they've had that notch sitting there on the top of their phones.
What apps do you use that haven't integrated with it?
Most mobile games do not have like there are points on your phone that you can't do anything with, that you can't touch areas of the user interface for certain apps because of that stupid notch.
I don't have that problem, but that's probably because I really only played like Adventure Capitalist for a while.
Well, yeah, I mean, AdCap, dude, I played AdCap for so long until they updated it and you couldn't play it in landscape mode anymore.
I have like 500 hours on PC of AdCap.
Well, yeah, but that was fake 500 hours.
No.
Didn't you say you put it on an auto clicker?
Yeah. But it wasn't fake,
real 500.
I was playing it the whole time I was at my PC. I'd like put up a Twitch stream.
You don't really play AdCap. You just kind of sit there and watch AdCap happen.
I am an MLG ad capper.
All right. Well, come back to me when you get 10,000 hours as an AdCap master.
I will. I'll be there on Rust soon.
10,000?
Probably. Dude, I've been sucked into Rust. Give me like a year.
All right. Wait a minute.
He's doing the math.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's not 10,000 hours in one calendar year.
I'm glad you finally caught on.
There's 8,760 hours in one calendar year. So if you have more than 2,000, it's feasible, but not likely.
Why would you analyze the joke that hard? Why would you ruin it?
Because I don't want people to think you're funny.
But I am.
Yeah.
Well,
so you laughed. Oh, can I bitch really quick?
No.
So, all right, cool. So if anybody uses a Final Mouse or has used a Final Mouse or knows anything about them, this specific model, the Ultralight Phantom Pro, is a fucking rare model because it's not made anymore and they resell for hundreds of dollars and shit. Well,
for the people listening at home without video, Robbie is holding up a computer mouse that is hexagon patterned with
motherfucker.
Hexagon patterned with a blue scroll wheel and a blue cable, and he is looking at me as if I have just killed his family.
Anyway, the scroll wheel decided.
And now he is carrying.
They wanted to keep spinning. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh shit!
But there's not really a way to fix it without taking the whole mouse apart. And I'm gonna assume because the mouse is so fucking rare, I can't just order a new one because you can't. So I went to Final Mouse's Twitter and I noticed that they're coming out with a second version of this mouse, but to get like first dibs at the new mouse, you have to hop onto a video call with a web camera, show the motherfuckers that you own this mouse to get exclusive access to the drop. That is how fucking rare this mouse is, apparently. And now it just doesn't fucking work. So I had to buy a Model O and spend money I can't afford to spend.
Why wouldn't you just get on the video call for the new one and use a different mouse in the meantime?
I didn't have another mouse, and that video call doesn't happen for a couple of weeks, I think.
I don't know. Like if it was, I mean, I guess it just depends on what the retail cost would be at drop.
I'll probably get a new one if I can afford it, because the fucking Final Mouse it's super lightweight. If you've never used one of these kinds of mice, they're super lightweight. You can barely feel you're using a mouse.
I kind of like the fact that my mouse has some weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't play shooters ever, so like the actual like logistical advantage of using like a particularly weighted mouse is lost on me, and I don't play video games like that enough on my computer that I end up with wrist fatigue, you know? So
I've never had that.
I know I have friends who have had that.
Yeah.
Who have like their wrist gets sore after they've played. Those are the same people who will stream for a full 24 hours. Like it's not horrible for their body.
Yeah, this mouse has the holes in it too. So if you have that hole phobia.
Oh yeah, the tropophobia or whatever it's called. Trypophobia. It's tropophobia, fear of movie tropes.
It's got pretty lights on. Tommy's thugging right now. It's got pretty lights on it and a little dude like Zeus. I really hope somebody is listening to this in their car pretty loud and their windows are down and like the fucking car next to them just heard a bleh, you know?
Just a huge burp. I think that's the first time that I've had like a huge burp on the podcast. And it really wasn't that big. Like it was maybe like
burping the whole
4
time,
out of 10.
That's why I keep muting. I've been burping the whole time.
Well,
oh
he
man,
says burping.
I don't know why. I haven't been drinking or anything. I haven't drank in a while.
Oh, to roll it back to the YouTubers I want to see fight. I want to see Brad Mondo fight Brandon Ferris.
Don't know who Eaterdom is. Brad
Mondo's the hair guy. He's the one that does reaction videos to people dyeing their hair on TikTok. And then no. People on TikTok dye their hair and Brad Mondo reacts to their TikToks. And then Brandon Ferris is the guy that he makes a YouTube video, a new video every single day. At least he did the last time that I watched him. And he is the one that did like the spicy chocolate challenge. And if you haven't seen that, like I'm gonna send it to you because that shit is funny.
A lot of people have done that.
He was in his car and he did the challenge and he had like pudding cups with him and whipped cream and like
I've seen that. I think you might have shown me that actually.
And he's like, I'm making my own humidity and it's curling my hair. They could have at least made it spicy. Dude is hilarious. He's like, what are these little devil crystals on the back? I love Brandon Ferris.
What is it? Capsaicin on there?
Yeah, I think so. It had to be like crystallized capsaicin on the back of the chocolate.
Did we? Oh, go ahead.
That's just one thing I've never understood. Like the fun in ruining your taste buds.
It's the experience and the clout.
I watched somebody do the one chip challenge who literally pissed their pants. Literally, like without no exaggeration, pissed their pants and then smeared ice cream on their face.
See, that's excessive.
Yeah, I watched someone eat 9 one chips in a row.
You ate what?
No, I watched someone eat 9 one chips in a row.
Oh, was it like LA Beast or Matt Stoney or something?
No.
Bro, imagine anyone fighting LA Beast.
LA Beast versus Matt Stoney. That'd be a fucking like... No, LA Beast versus Furious Pete.
Ooh. Can we
You
throw
guys-
that hot dog eating guy, Joey Chestnut,
Joey
in there?
Chestnut, yeah. If you don't know who Furious Pete is, he's so fucking cool. He's
He is.
been battling cancer a hot minute. I'd love to have him on the show. Just talk to him.
I didn't know he had cancer. That's sad.
Yeah, I think he has both his testicles removed now or something. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Who's
Speaking of
that? Who's that?
cancer,
Who's that
Pokemon?
Korean girl that eats like huge meals on YouTube?
Oh, like the ASMR bitch with like the microphone in her mouth.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I
LA Beast versus her.
Oh, dude, I couldn't watch that, dude. She'd have the mic in her mouth screaming.
I feel like the LA Beast wouldn't fight anybody. He seems like a really nice person. Like he's crazy.
He would just chug Crystal Pepsi and like burp on them.
He would just like jump into an ice bath. Like, I dare you to do something to me I haven't done to myself.
Yeah, right.
who would Mr. Beast fight?
Oh, PewDiePie. Hands
PewDiePie?
down. Yeah.
Oh man.
Or Jake Paul.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, like this couldn't possibly happen, but Mark Rober versus the King of Random.
I want Mark Rober versus oh fuck, I can't think of his name. You know the little crackhead goblin science guy who lived with William Osmond?
Oh, Michael Reeves.
Yeah, Michael Reeves.
I like how it's the crackhead goblin.
No.
Backyard scientist.
Vsauce versus Mark Rober.
Oh god, dude, the King of Random has so many hosts on that channel now. It's bleh.
Oh yeah.
But
Rest in peace, King of Random.
Michael Reeves versus Backyard Scientist.
Oh, I'd love it.
I think Backyard Scientist is out of Florida too, so he'd have the
is.
advantage for the heat, you know.
LA Beast versus Ricky Berwick.
That's horrible.
Ricky Berwick wins that fight, dude.
The whole time.
You gotta tell me though, Robbie, the little crackhead goblin scientist dude who lived with William Osmond, Michael Reeves, is the perfect description.
That's all you have to say. And I'm like, oh yeah, Michael Reeves, duh. Part of offline TV now with fucking Pokemon and shit.
I gotta fix my hat. I can't.
Oh my god.
Well, you're not thugging anymore? You're not thug enough? There you go.
Da-na-na-na-na.
It's the motherfucking TOMMY. Tommy.
Oh man, this is a look. What if I just didn't have
That was a
eyebrows?
You'd be like Jeffree Star. Minus many of the accusations.
And way worse at makeup.
Jeffree Star versus Davi Vanity.
What about like
gonna gloss over that?
Well, no, that made me think of small, like not necessarily smaller YouTubers, but YouTubers in more of a niche market. Like do you guys remember Dave from boyinaband.com?
Yeah.
Like imagine him versus like Rob Scallon.
Or Dave Days. It's Dave v. Dave. Rob Scallon versus Jared Dines.
Who would Davey 504 fight?
Oh,
the Do?
Ichika.
The Do. He'd fight the Do or Ichika. Yeah.
Oh no,
Ichika.
it would be the Do. It would be the Do. Ichika wouldn't fight
the
anybody. Ichika's. If you guys don't know who Ichika Nito is, he's my absolute favorite guitar player in the universe. Fucking incredible. And extremely wholesome. But yeah, you're right. Davey 504 versus the Do. That's
yeah. Man, I want to see Tim Henson fight Machine Gun Kelly just because they kind of look like the same person in my books.
Tim Henson versus Machine Gun Kelly. Both shitheads.
Oh.
No, I don't know though, because Machine Gun Kelly probably has like 1.5 feet on Tim Henson.
MGK is fucking huge. You know, I shit on MGK only because he's kind of cringe sometimes, but you know, I'm sure he's a pretty cool guy. I only know him by what I've seen on interviews and stuff, and I'm just like, you sound like a fuckboy. But his acting in what was it, The Dirt, the Motley Crue movie?
Yeah, I heard that was
Tommy really well.
I mean, he came to me for notes, and I really did my best to give him some direction to, like, you know, what would I say in that moment?
He came on you for notes?
No. He didn't do that.
That's hot. Got a blast.
Pew! It's like a machine.
That's gonna be my 3090. Is gonna be the fucking God of
Yeah.
Blast meme. We're
Oh.
creating our own memes. People aren't gonna know, dude. People are gonna like. There's gonna be a point where we get, we break bad, we get huge. We're gonna be starting to talk about God of Blast, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
We're gonna have merch that says Alex doesn't have a 3090, and meanwhile, Nvidia's gonna be on like the 70 series card.
Right?
and
And I'll use the
Alex,
money from that merch to buy a 3090.
Meanwhile, you own like 7 3090s at this point.
You get sponsored by like EVGA or something.
Do you guys want to do the Reddit question?
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
yeah. We've made it almost exactly to the point where we have like the perfect amount of time for this.
I have the perfect answer for this. What are you glad isn't cool anymore? My answer is using the word derp.
Oh man. Jinko jeans.
Oh, parachute pants.
They're making a comeback.
Parachute pants are fine. Jinko jeans are not making a comeback, bro. Like,
oh, they are.
not.
They're still selling shit, dude. They're pushing.
I believe it, but they're not gonna pick up steam. And if they do, I'll eat my words. But I'm never ever like. I like fashion. I like streetwear. I will never. I'm drawing my hard line in the sand. My boomer mentality on this one. I'll never wear a pair of Jinko jeans. That's the worst thing that's ever happened to fashion.
I'll pay you $100 to wear them next podcast.
I mean, I'll never wear Jinko jeans visibly. Because like I'll wear Jinko jeans below the waist. Like for the sake of $100, I would wear Jinko jeans when in a camera shot that you could not see my legs.
So you could be scamming me and I would never know.
Yeah. I wouldn't do. I would prove it. I would prove it to you, at the very least, that I was wearing the jeans.
But then have to go to the bathroom before we start recording, and all of a sudden, nope.
So before I'm not gonna click on this link that you sent to the chat because it says Bing in it.
What? Oh, I'm using DuckDuckGo.
Bing.
Oh my god, these pants are $300. What the fuck?
I know.
Yeah, not only are they the most horrible fucking pants ever, they're $300. This one model that they got for all these pants too looks like this guy looks like if Lil Dicky like got plastic surgery.
Had a crack addict? Crack.
Yeah,
a crack addiction.
There you go.
It's not, and the thing with like Jinko jeans versus something like Trip pants, like Trip pants at the very least had enough pockets to justify that much space.
I mean, they literally right now have a fucking jalapeno popper goldfish branded pair of pants for $200. Are Goldfish working with Jinko jeans?
Yeah, looks like it. They got a couple of. See, that's a t-shirt I might wear, but I won't wear the pants. Oh, they don't look good with any of the shirts that they put them with. Like, they don't.
Because they make pants, not shirts.
I know, but like, how are you gonna make pants that don't look good when you're wearing a shirt? Any shirt.
This dude looks like Kevin Federline.
Oh my god, dude! I forgot he existed. I remember being on like Newgrounds back in the day, playing like Celebrity Punch Out versus Kevin Federline.
Oh yeah. You know,
the internet was a very, very offensive place back in like 2005.
Oh yeah, Newgrounds in general was a fucked up place to be. That's not where you want it to be.
Right?
No. Alex, what are you glad isn't cool anymore?
Rage Comics.
Dude, oh my god. So speaking of Rage Comics and Newgrounds, like the game that I have streamed the most on Twitch is The Binding of Isaac, which is basically just a game that was developed on Newgrounds that used Rage Comics as part of the artwork. And I can't stop playing it, but it's some pretty cringy shit.
You know what else is cringy? Not leaving us a 5-star review and rating and all that fun shit on iTunes and Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Google plays.
And leave us a review. Say fuck Tommy. Give us 5 stars, even if you hated us, because it helps us with the algorithm somehow.
With whatever the algorithm is. The
And
Algor.
if you wanted to have a Leftovers at Midnight T-shirt, put in the comments what you would want to see on a T-shirt from any
and why
episode
is
that
it
we've
fuck
had.
Tommy?
If it's fuck Tommy, I'll get fuck Tommy T-shirts. I'm fine with that.
That'd be hilarious.
I'd wear one.
We'll make it freak Tommy for all the Mormons and kids.
Not freak. Frick.
Budge.
They said freak.
Who?
A lot of like side topic why I said freak. A lot of people I know that are Mormon or have been Mormon, they use freak instead of frick. I guess frick sounds too like intense.
I remember back in my crouton days, I wasn't a complex carb yet. It was just a crouton. When I was at church camp, we had this one of the counselors for the camp was like very, very like adamant about the idea of not using the Lord's name in vain. Which it's funny that like the interpretation of don't use the Lord's name in vain translated to don't swear and not don't use God's name to do bad stuff. But besides the point, this guy would not use anything like any qualifying adjective or adverb. Like he wouldn't say anything like what the heck. He wouldn't say like that's freaking cool. Like, because to him, any of those words meant the same thing as the word they were replacing.
Wow.
So like, oh my goodness was replacement for oh my gosh, for oh my God, for good Lord, like that. Like he just wouldn't say anything like that. He just was the most boring and bland person I had ever met.
I'm sure he got far in life.
I don't know what happened to him after that. It's funny too, because like looking back on it, that guy was younger than I am now. He was like in college at the church college nearby, and he was a counselor. He wasn't. He was not. You guys remember Winston, like in dodgeball when they do like the dodgeball tutorial video with Patches O'Houlihan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kid named Winston. He grew up to be this guy. this.
Gee golly willikers.
Not that kid. Not the kid who was learning. The kid who got his face broken by the kid who was learning. That was this guy.
Nerd.
He was also kind of a dickhead. So, like, I don't feel that. He was like an asshole. So, I don't feel that bad about making fun of church camp guy.
Fuck him.
That's fair.
But he would probably not like that because that's homosexual.
And premarital.
True.
And probably, I don't know, something bad that they think.
Why does my camera keep refocusing?
I don't know, but I'm ready for my camera to stop fucking dying. It's time.
It's time.
It's time to call it.
Yeah, it's been a good episode, gents.
Yep. Leave us a good review, do all that fun shit. Comment, fuck Tommy down below. But we know you're
share
not
this video with your friends. If you have friends, tell them about it. If you don't have friends, make some friends.
If you don't have friends, that fucking sucks for you.
We have at least, each of us has at least one friend.
We have each other.
Well, we at least have one of each other.
Oh no.
Oh, you know what? I want to start a new segment. I want to start a new segment where we talk about, I want to tell the worst dad joke that I heard at work this week.
As long as it's not 15 minutes long, yes.
No. What do you call a
that's
minion?
Norm Macdonald shit.
Now, you know what? I'm about to forget the punchline to this joke.
Just say it.
No. I legitimately, I about started the joke and almost forgot the punchline. You know what? We'll leave it for next time. We'll leave it for next time.
When we stop recording, you will remember.
Yep. What do you call a minion with no parents?
I know what this is.
So answer down in the comment below. Let us know what you think a minion with no parents is, and we'll let you know next week.
Yep.
Or will we?
Okay. We hit an hour.
Bye.
Bye.
Wave Tommy.